The pandemic has forced thousands of Coloradans to file for unemployment, and the state labor department continues to struggle with people fraudulently trying to cash in on benefits. So far, the department has flagged more than 1 million fraudulent claims and paid out more than $6.5 million to people who shouldn't have gotten any money. A state audit released today says there's not enough evidence to give the state's unemployment insurance fund a clean bill of health. The state auditor blames the problem on the Labor Department's backlog of verifying claims. Here's CBS 4 investigator Katie Weiss at the Capitol. Katie, I know you've done so much work on these problems. What are the audit committee members telling you now?
Absolutely, Jim. They're saying that this is a really big deal and they intend to get to the bottom of it.
This state audit released Tuesday said it does not have enough evidence to show the Unemployment Insurance Division's finances are clean. The state auditor tells CBS 4 Investigates that's because there's a backlog of 82,000 claims yet to be settled.
For the first time in known history, we have what's called a qualified opinion on that audit because there were some components of financial reporting which could not be verified.
State Representative Daphne Michelson-Janae says the findings are a result of how slammed the department has been during the pandemic.
I think it was the right decision to move adjudication to the back end. People needed to get their finances, but now it's time for us to put our house in order.
As chair of the audit committee, she's starting a deeper audit to determine what's been going on behind the scenes.
It's uncomfortable. It's not a place that the state wants to be in, and I have confidence we are going to get to the bottom of the story.
We should have moved faster and given them more resources at the very beginning, but we didn't. So now it's time to try to fix the airplane while it's in the air.
State Senator Rob Woodward is also on the audit committee.
No, I think the scariest thing about the unemployment fund is that we are completely underwater. We have spent far more money than was in the fund to begin with.
He and Representative Michelson-Janae agree there is no evidence showing the fraud problem would be due to an inside job or foul play on behalf of the Department of Labor.
Information is circulating, as we know, on the dark web. We believe that that is how information is being gained. We also know that other states had a spike in fraudulent claims at the same time as we did, and we assume it's the same method, but I have no reason to believe that there is any sort of foul play here.
Now, the State Department of Labor issued a statement today about the findings saying, quote, much of the problem stems from policy decisions that were made by the federal government early in the COVID response. Erring on the side of getting benefits to people faster was the right response in such an international emergency, although the trade-off to that decision exposed all state governments in the country to an increase in fraud. Now, if you'd like to see that full statement, just find this story on our website right now, cbsdenver.com. Live at the Capitol, I'm Katie Weiss, covering Colorado First.